Good afternoon and welcome to GrainTV. It's December 7th, 2012. I'm Logan Burgess. Joining me to my right here is Brock Shimano. Well, Brock, let's jump into fire tip here. A lot of red on the board right now in the grain market. We see corn closing down 15.25 cents for March delivery. We see January beans off 19 cents. Wheat, a little bit more of a quiet trade there today. Take a look at Chicago and Kansas City wheat backing off just 2.5 cents. I guess corn and soybeans, the big story in today's action. Really a strong week here for corn and soybeans, but really lost our steam here toward the end, huh?
Yeah, we did really see some selling pressure towards the end, especially in soybeans. I think we ran up and met some resistance around that $15 level in the overnight session. Right. We ended up hitting $14.98.5. Ended up selling down quite a bit after that. Like I said, technical resistance. I think some end of the week profit taking was happening after we saw a big run up on Wednesday and Thursday. Yep. Corn just kind of fell down along with soybeans, driven by pressure there. But I think the trade is really gearing up for what's going to happen next Tuesday. We get the USDA WASDE reports and the crop production reports. If we take a look at what the average guess for the ending stocks are, you can see here corn looks like we're going to get a slight bump up in the ending stocks. Soybeans a slight downgrade. And wheat looks like we're going to be up a little bit. What are your thoughts on these numbers? What do you think is going to happen here?
Yeah, Brock, it seems like things might back off a little bit, I guess, in terms of price. But certainly on corn right now, it does seem like the average trade guess is looking for larger ending stocks of corn. We know a couple of things. We know export sales right now are not going at the pace needed to meet USDA expectations. We know ethanol production is very lackluster, and the margins aren't there to really improve any time here in the near term. So on corn, I don't think it's a huge surprise that we're going to see a revision higher there, or the trade expects a revision higher there. Soybeans, though, we've been talking about it for a while. Totally different story here. We've seen domestic crush hold in there, and really the export market remains really on fire. We saw a confirmation of that yesterday in that huge purchase out of China.
Yeah, we really did see very good exports yesterday, but that continues to be a theme through this marketing year. Exports for soybeans are running well ahead of pace. Corn exports behind pace, and ethanol is really doing pretty poor so far this year. Yeah. But another concern in Tuesday's report is going to be world production, especially as it pertains to South America. Why don't you take us through what the analysts are expecting?
Yeah, Brock. Well, here is basically Reuters poll of the analysts here. The right column is November USDA WASDE report. And here in the second to the right column is the average guess, and then we also have the range here. And as you can see, for Argentinian and Brazilian corn and soybean production, the average trade guess is looking for things to back off here a little bit. We've heard continued chatter about very wet conditions down in Argentina. Some conditions in northern Brazil, Mato Grosso, less than ideal. So it's not a big surprise here that the trade's expecting a little bit of a back off here in terms of production out of South America. Not a huge story here. I think bottom line is that the trade's really going to stay focused on, is the USDA going to change any of these demand figures out of Tuesday's report?
Yeah, traditionally the December report, we don't see a whole lot of changes to supply or demand. We could see some slight revisions. I think the important thing, especially for South America, is to take a look at if we do actually deviate substantially from the average guess, right, or outside of those ranges that we're looking at right here. Sure. If we do, we could see a little bit of a bullish story ending up.
Yeah, certainly. Looking at those ending stocks, certainly right now for corn and soybeans, U.S. ending stocks remain very tight. So that's going to be watched very closely. That is coming out on Tuesday morning. On Monday of next week, we're really going to break down the analyst expectations in detail as it pertains to Tuesday's USDA WASDE report. And if you want to get live quotes going at your house, take a look at Fire Tip here for that report. Visit us over at grainhedge.com. Take a no obligation trial of the software. If you like it, great. If not, no worries. But Brock, I think that kind of wraps up our show here for Friday afternoon. Thanks a lot for joining us on GrainTV, guys. Have a great weekend. We'll see you here back on Monday.